Too many men will live an entire lifetime miserable, without purpose, and broke. And not because they don't want to have a successful life and do great things, but because they are going about it the wrong way. They are chasing the money in any way they can. They have no sense of direction. They have no strategy. They live a very sporadic life because they feel like having money, no matter how they get there, is the most important thing. And how you get there is extremely important. Extremely important. It's almost everything. See, a lot of guys are professional dabblers. They dabble in lots of different things. And for you guys that aren't familiar, what that essentially means is they'll try crypto, they'll try trading, they'll try drop shipping, they'll try vintage selling, they'll try content creation, you name it. Thing after thing after thing. And they'll give each thing a few weeks, maybe even at a stretch, a few months. And when it doesn't work out within a short period of time, they convince themselves that it doesn't work. They convince themselves that they need to move on to something else because clearly that particular thing is broken, it doesn't work, and you can't become successful from it. But the reality is they go on doing that for years and years and years. And they dabble in lots of different things. And it turns out as soon as something doesn't work, it's the thing's fault rather than their fault. And as I mentioned, a lot of guys will do this for a lifetime. Chasing the money. They think that doing more things and expanding their skill set is going to bring them the money. And of course, it's good to expand your skill set. And it's good to learn new and different things. But you need a base. You need to be good at one thing. When you're in an elevator and a very important person, a CEO of a big company walks in and they ask you what you do, you don't want to be sat there bumbling and stumbling. You're saying, oh, well, I do a bit of crypto and I trade and I like playing Warhammer and you're a mess. You need to be able to answer the question when somebody says, what do you do? Very quickly, very smoothly. Transferring the necessary information and getting yourself across. Because if you don't, people aren't going to respect you. They're just going to think, well, what do you do? What's your sort of purpose? You know, you're just a guy that dabbles in lots of different things. And as I say, this is where I think a lot of guys get it wrong. They chase the money. And subsequently, they allow the money to just drag them on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Chase the purpose and the money will follow. Do something that provides genuine value to people, hopefully as well something that you enjoy, and be willing to stick at it through the hard times. And hopefully, if you're good enough and if you're consistent enough, on the other side is going to be some great financial reward or some great personal reward. But you have to be willing to get there first. You have to be willing to do something for long enough to attain those awards, because otherwise you don't deserve it. Too many guys have the dabbler mindset, where they try something and if it doesn't work out quickly or within the time frame that they want, they withdraw themselves and they move on to the next thing and subsequently never achieve the things that they wanted to achieve. They'll put some money into crypto, and if within the first 2 weeks they lose their money, they panic and they withdraw. Now, the people that are serious, the people that understand their investments, the people that understand how they should implement their time and what they should implement their time into, will see the guys that panic and withdraw their money from the investment or crypto, and they'll stay calm. And they'll follow the strategy. And when everybody else pulls their money out, they will buy more. Because it's discounted, it's cheaper. And then in a few months when the inevitable rise happens again, those people profit. Because they had a strategy, they had a plan. They weren't dabbling, they were intelligent. They knew what they were doing. Now, as I mentioned, I think it's important to broaden your horizons. I think it's important to try different things. So don't take this video as me telling you to only do one thing. It's very important to learn new skills. You don't want to become the dabbler, however. You don't want to become the guy who can't describe what he does, can't describe himself in a sentence. You don't want to be the guy who just tries lots of different things but never follows through. The guy who's a trader but he spends money on crypto as well. The guy that tried drop shipping for a little bit. The guy that tried content creation for a little bit. The guy who basically dabbles in lots of different things. You cannot have sustained success by being a dabbler, by being a guy who just partially tries for a period of time in lots of different things and then pulls out when he doesn't see the results that he wanted within the time frame that he wanted to get them. You can't have sustained success living like that. You can get lucky. You can win loads of money. And look, if you do, fair play to you. You're not going to turn down quick success. But chasing quick success is a mistake, my friends. And look, I'm not making this video as somebody who's on the Forbes list. I'm very much building myself, making money myself, but I'm talking here from some of the mistakes I've made previously and also some of the lessons that I am learning on the way from success. When you chase the money will run away from you. It will. You're too focused on the number and it clouds your judgment. You make silly decisions and you do things that really your heart is not there for because you are trying to get a higher number and chase more money. But if you chase purpose, and I know this sounds cliche, but if you chase purpose and direction and you chase doing something that provides value and makes a difference, money will come to you. Chase the money, it will run away from you. Chase purpose and chase making a difference and chase providing value, and the money will come to you. It's as simple as that. But too many guys are going to live lives where they are unfulfilled, miserable and broke because they are a slave to money. They will do anything for the money. We've even got some guys that are engaging in some pretty morally bankrupt stuff, chasing money. Money comes and goes. But if you want a flow of money, a healthy flow of money, then it's my recommendation, and history tells you that it's better to follow something that you believe in. It's better to do something that gives you a sense of fulfillment and purpose and hopefully at the same time provides value to others. That's the formula. But chasing the money, it's a dirty game and it will corrupt you. But chase purpose. Chase providing value. Chase improving the lives of others with what you do. And then the money will come. And a better reputation as well. There are a lot of people in the modern world who have got very successful very quickly through unethical practices. And they'll post online and they have lots of nice things and luxury possessions and they go to wonderful places. And maybe there's an element of you watching this video today and you see these people and you think, you're behind. They're doing so much better than me. How can I get in a position like that? They have the watch, they have the car, they have the pretty girls, they're on the yacht. It's easy to fall into the trap in your head that that is where you should be. You've got to ask yourself though, if they made that money through OnlyFans, representing webcam girls and stuff like that, and they're things that you don't believe in, they're things that you personally wouldn't want to do with your life. I definitely wouldn't want to do that with my life. But if they made their money that way, you've got to ask yourself, are they really going to have a solid, stellar reputation in 25 years' time? Are people really going to respect them for how they made their money? Maybe people envy them for their money, but Don't underestimate the importance of making your money the right way. There is a difference when two men walk into a room and one man made his money honestly, through hard work and providing value to thousands of people, and then the other guy walks in the room who made his money in the dirtiest, cheapest way possible, pimping out women or, doing unethical practices. There's a difference. Those men have the same number in the bank, but they are perceived completely differently and trusted completely differently as well. So yeah, guys, look, the moral of today's video, to keep it short and sweet, is if you chase the money, it will run away from you. But if you try and become a man who provides value and makes a difference and does something that he enjoys, you're way more likely to attract the money. But even if you don't, you're going to have a more fulfilling life than the guy who sells his soul for every penny that he has. Anyway, guys, if you took some value from this video today, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel for more from me, and comment your thoughts down below. As always, thank you for your time and your attention, and I will see you in the next one.